Good morning, students. Welcome to chemistry class. This is Vivi and Raju presenting the today's lesson. Today's topic is the modern periodic table and the classification of elements based on chemical behavior. Let us go to the lesson. The classification of periodic table into four blocks is one kind of classification. Another kind of classification is the classification of elements based on chemical behavior. Based on the chemical behavior, the elements in the periodic table are classified into representative elements, noble gases, transition elements, and inner transition elements. The representative elements are the elements of S and P blocks. The elements in S and P blocks except 18th group. The elements in S and P blocks except 18th group are said to be the representative elements. That is, first group, second group, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th group elements are together called as representative elements. These elements are also known as normal elements. These are highly reactive when compared to the transition elements and inner transition elements, and even noble gases. This is because of the presence of incompletely filled S and P orbitals. The reactivity of these elements is due to the presence of incompletely filled S and P orbitals or SRP orbitals. When the S orbitals or P orbitals are incompletely filled, they tend to get electrons in those orbitals. The elements which have 8 electrons in the valence shell are highly stable, so the elements try to get 8 electrons in the valence shell. Some elements like metals, that is S block elements, and some of the P block elements contain 1 or 2 or 3 electrons in the valence shell. These elements are the metals. They have the electropositive nature. By the loss of these electrons present in the valence shell, they get the stability. Loss of electrons, they get the stability. The P block elements mostly get the stability either by the gain of electrons or by the sharing of electrons. Because of that, P block elements usually form the covalent compounds. So these elements undergo reactions by the loss of electrons or by the gain of electrons or by the sharing of electrons. And the incompletely filled orbitals in the valence shell are responsible for the reactivity of these elements, and these elements are said to be the representative elements. Next, noble gases. The noble gases are the elements which are present in the 18th group. The noble gases are also known as inert gases or rare gases. As they are inert in nature, they are said to be the inert gases. Because of their unreactivity only, they are said to be the noble gases. And as they are rarely available, that means the abundance of these gases in the air is very low. Because of that, these are also known as rare gases. Transition elements. The transition elements are usually the D block elements. The other name of D block elements is transition elements. The elements which have unpaired electrons in d orbitals in the atomic state or in their compounds is said to be the transition elements. All the D block elements except the 12th group elements, that is zinc group element, zinc, cadmium and palladium are considered as transition elements according to definition. The zinc, cadmium and palladium are not considered as transition elements according to definition, but these possess properties similar with the transition metals. Because of that, these are included along with the transition elements. The reason is the electronic configuration of zinc is, for example, the electronic configuration of zinc is 4s2 3d10. The d orbital is completely filled. There are no unpaired electrons in the d orbital. If in the compounds of zinc, zinc is in +2 oxidation state. In this also, the 4s electrons will be removed in the formation of Zn2+, but there is no change in the electrons in the d orbital. Still in the compound also, zinc has completely filled orbitals, no unpaired electrons. Because of that, zinc is not considered as a d block element technically. In the same way, cadmium and palladium are also not considered as d block elements. But these three elements, zinc, cadmium and palladium, possess similarities in the properties of transition elements. So these elements are also studied along with transition elements. Next, inner transition elements. Inner transition elements means inner to transition elements. In the transition elements, the differentiating electron will be in the d orbital of penultimate shell, whereas in the inner transition elements, the differentiating electron is in the antipenultimate shell. That is inner to transition elements, so they are said to be the inner transition elements. You know that there are two series of inner transition elements, so that is 4f series and 5f series. The 4f series is called as lanthanides. Lanthanides, that is the elements from atomic numbers 58 to 71, that is cerium to lutetium, and the elements from thorium to lawrencium, that is from atomic numbers 90 to 103. These are said to be actinides. The actinides and the lanthanides together called as inner transition elements. These are kept at the bottom of the periodic table in two rows, but the position of these elements is the third group in the periodic table. Lanthanides belong to 6th period and 3rd group, whereas actinides belong to 7th period and 3rd group in the periodic table. In the transition elements, the valence electron will be in the d orbital of the penultimate shell. In the inner transition elements, the valence electron will be in the f orbital of the antipenultimate shell. Next, the same are given here, representative elements. The S and P block elements together except the zero group elements are said to be the representative elements. The elements belong to first two groups and 13th to 17th groups are these. The general electronic configuration is NS1 to 2, N-1 0 to 6. The high chemical reactivity of these elements is due to the participation of S and or P electrons in the outer shell. Because of that, these are said to be the representative elements. Noble gases are the 18th group elements. These are also known as inert gases. The valence shell configuration is NH2 NP6 except helium, for which 1s2. These are chemically inert. However, xenon shows a limited reactivity under severe conditions with fluorine and oxygen. The transition elements are nothing but the d block elements which have partially filled d orbitals in their elemental state or combined forms. The general valence shell configuration is Ns0 to 1, N-1, 1 to 10. The zinc, cadmium and mercury are not typical transition elements as they do not contain unpaired electrons either in the elemental state or in the form of their compounds. But these exhibit the properties similar to transition elements. Because of that, these are added in the transition elements. Next, inner transition elements are the F block elements. The general valence shell configuration is Ns2, N-1, D0 to 1, N-2, F1 to 4. Next, locating the position of element in the periodic table. How to locate an element in the periodic table? How to find the position of an element in the periodic table? From the electronic configurations, we can find the positions of those elements in the periodic table. For that, we need to write the electronic configuration first. The principal quantum number of the outermost shell gives the period in which the element would lie. Principal quantum number lies the period in which the element lies. We already discussed that for all the elements in the first period, the principal quantum number is 1. First period elements, the principal quantum number is 1. For all the elements in the second period, principal quantum number is 2. For all the elements in the third period, the principal quantum number of the valence electron is 3. In the fourth period elements, the principal quantum number of the valence electron is 4. That is, principal quantum number gives the number of period, that is the period to which the element belongs. All the elements in the second period have the same principal quantum number, 2 for the valence electron. In the same way, the elements in the fourth period have the principal quantum number 4 for the valence electrons, especially the differentiating electron. Next, the outermost orbital which receives the last electron determines the block to which the given element would belong. So after the identification of period, we can identify the block in which the element belongs. We can find whether the element belongs to S block or P block or D block or F block. Once the block is determined, we can find the group of the periodic table. The number of electrons in the valence shell and the penultimate shell determines the group to which the element belongs. From the electronic configuration of the element, we can identify the differentiating electron. The principal quantum number of the differentiating electron gives the period in which the element belongs. The number of electrons in the valence shell and penultimate shell gives the actual group of the element in the periodic table. For S block elements, group number is equal to number of valence electrons. Let us see calcium. Suppose calcium, atomic number of calcium is 20, its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2 is the electronic configuration of calcium. The differentiating electron is in the 4s orbital. Principal quantum number n is equal to 4, that means period is equal to 4. So calcium belongs to fourth period. In the calcium, the differentiating electron is in the s orbital, so it belongs to S block. In the case of S block elements, the group number is equal to the number of valence electrons. How many valence electrons are there? That is, how many electrons are there in the valence shell, that is the outer shell? 2 electrons only. So group is equal to 2. So calcium belongs to second group and fourth period in the periodic table. For p block elements, group number is equal to 10 plus number of valence electrons. Suppose if you take oxygen, electronic configuration of oxygen is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. The differentiating electron is in the second main energy level, that is n is equal to 2. That means oxygen belongs to second period. The differentiating electron is in the p orbital, so oxygen belongs to p block. How many valence electrons are there? The number of valence electrons is 2 plus 4, that is 6. 10 plus number of valence electrons, that is equal to 16. So this is the group number. That means oxygen belongs to second period and 16th group. In the case of d electrons, that is d block elements, group number is equal to the sum of electrons in n-1 d and ns orbitals. Sum of electrons in n-d and ns orbitals. For example, iron is a d block element. Let us see the electronic configuration of iron. Atomic number of iron is 26. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. In the case of d orbital, the differentiating electron is in the d orbital, but the valence shell is the fourth shell. The valence shell is the fourth shell. That is, principal quantum number of valence electron is 4 also. So iron belongs to fourth period, not the third period. Though valence electron is in the third main energy level, the valence shell is the fourth shell. So iron belongs to fourth period, not the third period. The valence electron is in the d orbital. So it is a d block element. It is a d block element. We need to decide the block also. Then only we can find the period. We can find the group. In the case of d block elements, the group number is equal to the sum of electrons in n-1 d shell and ns shell. Here ns shell is the 4s shell and n-1 d shell is the 3d shell. How many electrons are there together in ns and n-1 d? 2 electrons in the ns shell and 6 electrons in the n-1 d shell. So total number of electrons in ns and n-d shell is 2 plus 6, that is equal to 8. So group number is 8. Group is 8. So iron belongs to 8th group and 4th period in the periodic table. In this way, from the electronic configuration of the element, we can find the position of an element in the periodic table. The valence shell gives the period number. The orbital in which the differentiating electron lies gives the block. In the case of s block elements, the group number is number of valence electrons. In the case of p block elements, the group number is number of valence electrons plus 10, whereas in the case of d block elements, number of group number is equal to sum of the electrons in ns orbital and n-1d orbital. So in this way, the position of an element in the periodic table can be identified. Let us continue this in the next class. Thank you.